This is a transition on Atlantic Television Network. Niger Delta Development Commission has continued in fulfilling the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu through construction of various infrastructural developments across Nigeria. Rivers State is not left out in this project. Our correspondent tells us more.
Niger Delta Development Commission has continued to show support for President Bola Tinubu through numerous projects under the NDDC. The commission on the 30th of July 2024 went on an inspection tour in Rivers State to ascertain the levels of projects flagged off by the NDDC in different areas of the state. The site inspection tour, led by the Rivers State representative on the 7th governing board of the NDDC, Sir Tony Okocha, started at the ongoing construction of over 4 units of 2-bedroom flats for principal and staff lodge at Umuechem Secondary School in Eche local government area of Rivers State, 10 units Coppers Lodge at Rundele in Emoha local government area of Rivers State, construction of 10-gallon pipe-borne water project in Suku community, Akukotoru local government area of Rivers State, 1,300 capacity pavilion ongoing project by the NDDC in Degema local government area of Rivers State, rehabilitation of Mpolu and Apparel Link Road, and the construction of Mpolu multi-purpose town hall in Obiapo local government area of Rivers State, flagged off and funded by the NDDC under the approval of President Bola Tinubu. Speaking during the inspection tour, Sir Tony Okocha, the Rivers State representative on the NDDC board, commended the speed of works at the various sites, stressing that no NDDC projects in Rivers State under his watch will be abandoned. Okocha thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his love and support for Nigerians through the gigantic project, which is a testament that the renewed hope agenda is real. The Rivers NDDC representative, Sir Tony Okocha, who stressed that although peaceful protest is just one planned nationwide protest, insisting that the exercise might be hijacked by hoodlums.
This is part of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. And it's one serious reason why we have said to Nigerians, and we said to Rivers people, that the president deserves some more time. So the condition is that you protect this project with your life. Let me seize the opportunity for 1 minute to plead with our brothers who have said so at the palace that this project is courtesy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we're here to advocate the very youth and the youth who are here. So please, this project we have brought was authorized by Mr. President. It was authorized
2024.
This is where we are standing. We are going to have a 2-bedroom, twin building standing at this place right now.
For the meantime, we are having the invitational frame, but then the project is ongoing and will be delivering before the end of this month, next month.
On their path, traditional rulers, community chiefs, CDC, youths in the area expressed joy through words of prayers to the NDDC and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for promise kept. The community further assured that the project site will be peaceful and secure during and after the projects.
Thank you, appreciate you. The Almighty God will bless and reward you. It is a history that at this very time, that this kind of thing is happening in the nation.
This is how you think we are as horses. And we don't have resources, we will appeal. You have tried so much. The community is beginning to experience fatigue in you. But we
have nothing to say. You said let God protect you and protect the president.
Amen.
ATM News, Port Harcourt.
Rivers State House of Assembly at its 13th legislative sitting of the second section of the 10th Assembly commended President Bola Tinubu for signing new minimum wage into law. Our correspondent tells us more.
Rivers State House of Assembly on Tuesday debated on two motions and resolved to commend President Bola Tinubu for assenting to the new minimum wage act. The House also resolved to appeal to the organizers of the planned nationwide protest to engage with the government. Presenting his motion to commend President Bola Tinubu for unanimously signing the new national minimum wage bill into an act, Honorable Anemi Alabo George, member representing Asari Tolo, Constituency 2, applauded President Tinubu for his uncommon leadership in his approval of the new minimum wage without any form of administrative bottleneck.
Right to relate to motion to commend His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for signing the new national minimum wage bill into law in record time. Mr. Speaker and my colleagues of the 10th Assembly of Rivers State, I rise this morning to present this motion, which is aimed at commending Mr. President for signing the new minimum wage bill into law in record time. Recall, Mr. Speaker, that the last minimum wage act pegged the national minimum wage at 30,000 naira, while the new one just passed pegged it at 70,000 naira. Whereas, Mr. Speaker, it may not be out of place to state that as an item that is domiciled in the exclusive legislative list, the 1999 Constitution has altered. The issue of national minimum wage has always generated controversies occasioned by the inevitable fact that its implementation has far-reaching implications on the economy.
Meanwhile, members in the debate supported the motion and urged the House to resolve as prayed by the mover of the motion.
Mr. Speaker, the prayers are welcome and very explicit. Mr. Speaker, the prayers are to commend the President, knowing fully well that our country is in a shaky situation. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge this House to adopt these prayers and let us all commend the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for acting swiftly to the yearnings of the citizens of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, that's my submission.
Mr. Speaker, I want to align myself in commending the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for his uncommon leadership, his doggedness in signing the minimum wage into law. I want to commend him sincerely. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that one thing is to make a law, another thing is to abide by it. So therefore, I want to urge all employers of labor to abide by the spirit and letters of this act by setting the necessary machinery in motion towards the implementation.
Commenting on the motion, the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Martins Amehule, stated that President Tinubu's leadership style is worthy of commendation and urged employers of labor, and more particularly state governors, to abide by the spirit and the letters of the act.
Good day. The Rivers State House of Assembly definitely is happy with the improvements, because we will always stand with the people, the workers of this country. So we commend Mr. President on this show of war, for his leadership, for rising up to the occasion at the time when the request for an upward review became right, not only in the public space, the private sector, the public sector. We believe that what Mr. President has done is good, it's the right step in the right direction. So I commend all members for the contributions.
In another motion, the Deputy Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Dumle Mao, stated that though the economic conditions may not be conducive right now, but called on the organizers of the planned protest to give the government a little break to fruition the various programs already put in place by the government.
Mr. Speaker, we are aware that we are mindful of the fact that there is a planned protest in Nigeria, and we are also aware of the history of past protests, that hoodlums, criminals hijack such protests to cause unwarranted destruction of lives and property. And so we are appealing, this motion is a persuasive motion, appealing to the organizers of this protest to share their sword and use the option of dialogue. We are also aware, Mr. Speaker, that the federal government is already has identified those issues raised and identified by these planned protesters, and the government is already addressing those issues.
Speaking on the motion, the Speaker, Right Honorable Amehule, stated that the President Tinubu in his policies has shown to be a listening president and urged the organizers of the planned nationwide protest to dialogue with government, adding that while citizens have the right to peaceful protest, they should avoid the mistake of the past. He further admonished the people to hold their state governors and the local government council chairmen to account, given the huge federal allocation that has been accruing to them since the removal of the fuel subsidy.
This House is now aware of the planned protests across this country. That is why the Speaker came up with this motion. Going straight to his prayer, he's urging the organizers of this planned protest to share their plans and seek the option of constructive dialogue.
I am Wale Johnson Azero, Atlantic Television Network, Port Harcourt.
Elders of the All Progressives Congress APC in Bayelsa State has probed the state governor, Duye Duri, for accusing former Petroleum Minister Chief Timipere Silva of sponsoring the hardship protests in the state. The APC elders said Silva had, in a recent statement, begged Nigerian youth to stand by President Bola Tinubu and give him more time to solve the country's problem. The APC Elders Forum, in a statement signed by the Secretary Chief Clarkson Ayeba Priye, said Silva has always been known for sowing for peace, adding that it is disgusting for the governor in office to wait so long to issue so important a message that's getting prompting from Silva mature statements. We state that Governor Diri is a double agent in the desperate quest to get APC's stolen mandate at the court. If anyone remembers, Diri's romance with top APC chieftains in Abuja began immediately a court case probing his so-called victory arose. The statement added, the elders said Diri's worked for and was heavily sponsored by the PDP and its direct boss, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, during the last election, adding that the Bayelsa governor did everything within his power to truncate Tinubu's victory. Bayelsa state government has commenced the distribution of rice and other foodstuff donated to the state by federal government to cushion the effects of harsh economy on the people. The distribution of the foodstuff was flagged off in Yanagwa, the state capital, by Governor Duye Diri at the 34th State Security Council meeting. Said no political appointee or civil servants should benefit from the distribution, adding that the Bayelsa state government received 20 truckloads of 25 kg of rice from the federal government for distribution to vulnerable people. Speaking during the distribution, the Commissioner for Information, Orientation and Strategy, Ebiewu Koku Obiyai, said the governor had already directed that the items be given to vulnerable persons in all the political wards in the state. The commissioner also said the sharing would be done per wards, as each ward would get 190 bags of 25 kg of rice and 30 bags of gari, while chairman of Bayelsa State Emergency Management Agency, Wallaman Iguribia, said all critical stakeholders from each local government area were involved in the sharing exercise to avoid diversion. 7 children have lost their lives to cholera outbreak in 8 local government areas in Delta State. Delta State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Joseph Onojeme, who disclosed this on Tuesday in Bayel, Asaba, blamed the date on poor sanitary environment and stressed the need for regular hand washing, drinking of potable water, and maintenance of clean and hygiene environments. He explained that cholera is a bacterial infection spread by the consumption of infected water and food and results in watery stool, hydration, and electrolytes, adding that the state government intervention is adequate. Early, the Commissioner for Information, Dr. Ifeanyi Oswaza, said the press conference was to enable his colleagues give a comprehensive update on the cholera outbreak to the public and urge residents to support the government to achieve the historic result in terms of defeating the scourge. National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons has arrested 115 suspected human traffickers and rescued 75 victims in Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, and River State. The zonal commander of NAPTIP, Emmanuel Owen, who discloses in Uyo, said the zone comprises Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and River State, while out of 75 victims rescued, 25 of them have been empowered with skills in tailoring, hairdressing, barbing, and shoemaking, adding that during the period, NAPTIC charged 15 cases to court and secured 3 convictions, while 12 cases are still pending. The zonal court commander appealed to judges to give special attention to human trafficking cases to serve as a deterrent to other traffickers. Analyst says moving from the one party to the other does not clearly indicate political interest for national growth. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Open Conversation, a political analyst, Chuba Opozo, said party ideology and the need to serve the citizens better should be main focus for defecting to another party.
We do not really understand what they stand for as regards to our nation's growth, because it's not about defecting, it's about what you people are standing for today. There's really no ideology for any of the political parties that we can hold hand to say this is the viewpoint of this political party, these are the ideologies of the stakeholders and leaders. Everybody's just trying to show their political strength. And
Chuba also said party division is very much not necessary considering the current political structure of the nation.
It's not something to cheer about in the Nigerian sphere today. I think it's just a question for the politicians to consider if the person has the clout enough to pull any strings. That is one. Secondly, with the present Nigerian demographic, to what end is political party and population and persons? To a large extent, for me, it has little or no effect. But be that as it may, I was a former personal assistant.
This is coming after about 500 coordinators of the All Progressives Congress in 7 local government areas of Cross River South Senatorial District have defected to opposition People's Democratic Party, saying they found the PDP more reliable. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has appealed to traditional rulers, leaders of religious organizations, and other community leaders to advise their people against resorting to violence, even as youth across the country is planned to start the End Bad Governance protest on August 1st, 2024. The governor also expressed concern that the planned national protest may escalate into violence, potentially harming vulnerable and weak individuals in the country. Oti acknowledged that Nigerians have the right to protest against poor conditions, but expressed concern that any good intention of the ordinary organizers of the national protest may be undermined if opportunities Opportunists and hoodlums hijacked the protest to incite disorder and used to exercise restraint and engage with leaders through a charter of demands and vow that his administration would do everything possible to protect the people from harm and destruction. Few hours after the Imo State Police Commissioner Aboki Danjuma held a crucial stakeholders meeting, suspected gunmen have killed 4 police officers and 1 female POS operator. The police commissioner, who confirmed the incident, ordered the coordinators ordered the command's tactical unit to go all out in collaboration with other sister agencies to hunt down the hoodlums responsible for the attack. The incident, which occurred along the Owerri-Onitsha Expressway, where the operatives who were on routine patrol at Ireta were ambushed by the attackers. A statement issued by a spokesperson of the command, ASP Henry Okoye, said the 4 officers were killed during a gun battle between the police and the attackers, adding that on receipt of the unfortunate incidents, the commissioner of police immediately mobilized to the scene for an on-the-spot assessment of the ugly incident, wherein the lifeless body of the deceased were evacuated and deposited at the mortuary for preservation, while the injured victims was rushed to the nearby hospital where he is currently responding to treatment. The release said the police commissioner expressed sadness over the unfortunate incident and vowed that the command would leave no stone unturned in ensuring that the perpetrators were all arrested and brought to justice, stressing that the miscreants responsible for the attack had murdered peace. 3 persons have been shot dead at different places within Akwa and the Anambra State capital. This is coming after the shooting at Lifte, which left an unidentified Kogi State indigene who was said to be a tricycle operator dead. Eyewitness said the shooting in Okwareji happened at about 5 p.m. and the St. Faith Cathedral area close to the popular Eke Aqua Market and Anabia area. Meanwhile, the State Police Command has maintained sealed lips in the face of the killings, and the State Police Command spokesperson A.S. Tochukwu Ikenga did not reply why the various incidences of killings in Akwa, which have been attributed to cultism. The members representing Akwa 1 state constituency, Honorable Henry Mbachu, had, in the face of the challenges, held a security summit in June, bringing together various stakeholders to seek a way out of killings, but it has persisted. Enugu State Governor Peter Mba said his administration will generate over 100 billion naira from livestock production and processing. This initiative, the governor said, was expected to stimulate economic growth and enhance the capacity of farmers in animal husbandry and fortify the value chain across the agricultural sector in the state. A statement while receiving a delegation from the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project led by National Project Coordinator Sanusi Abubakar said the LPRES was in Enugu to launch the phase model veterinary hospital and express his enthusiasm for the timely establishment of the veterinary hospital, given the state's focus on expanding meat and dairy production to serve both local and external markets. He said the recent enacted Enugu State Ranch Management Agency law was designed to unlock economic opportunities, create employment in the livestock sector, and contribute to the growth of the state's gross domestic product from $4.4 billion to $30 billion. He called on on investors to seize opportunities in the new ranch law, the veterinary hospital, and the robust partnership between the state and the LPRES to invest in the state, and assured that the security of lives, property, and investment would be sustained. Lagos State Chapter of the National Youth Council of Nigeria has urged Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to establish a youth desk in the 57 local government and local council development areas. The youth group said the development will enable the young people to have direct engagement with those running government affairs at the local level. The state chairman of the Youth Council, Adegon Olalekan, who made the appeal during a youth World Press Conference at the Ikeja Youth Center, appealed to the governor to also listen to the aspect of the yelling of the young people in the state, while distancing itself from the plan against protest titled "End Bad Governance in Nigeria." The government urged the youth in the state to opt for construction dialogue instead of demonstrations that could result in the destruction of public property, while the deputy chairman, Comfort Olafere, urged the organizers of the planned protest to rethink their plans to prevent a recurrence of the destruction witnessed during the 2020 NSAS protests. The council joined several other groups in expressing opposition to planned protests, which is scheduled to start on August 1st and run until August 10th, 2024. Analysts have stressed the need for competition in the petroleum sector in order to help control the frequent fuel scarcity and hike in price. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Blowout, a socio-political analyst, Ekiye, faulted the Nigerian National Petroleum Commission for its inability to meet up with the high petroleum demands by the people.
Provide petroleum product for Nigerians. So had it been, we have NNPC, several stations of them. Okay. Certainly, we may not be suffering the issue of hike. And one thing in business is, once there is high demand, price will increase. So,
Ekiye said the looming hike in the price and scarcity of petroleum products across the country was as a result of the procurement rate by the private oil marketers.
The issue of increment, you see, NNPC is still selling 650. Now, NNPC can sell 650, like I would say, because they already have trucks that brings product to them. The private investors in the
This is coming after motorists and commuters lamented over the sudden scarcity of petroleum motor spirit, popularly called petrol, which is forcing an increase in transport fares by commercial bus drivers in Lagos State and other parts of the country. Osun State House of Assembly has passed for second reading 2 bills relating to the local government electoral law in the state. The development comes a week after the judgment of the Supreme Court upholding the financial autonomy of the local government, while the bill titled Osun State Local Government Area Creations and Administration. Amendments Bill 2024 and Osun Independent Electoral Commission Amendments Bill 2024 scaled second reading after their policy thrusts were read. Reading the policy thrusts of the Osun Independent Electoral Commission Amendments Bill, the Deputy Majority Leader, Adekunle Oladimeji, said the amendment bill was in line with the 1999 Constitution and Supreme Court's judgment, and the creation of the Osun Independent Electoral Commission to conduct, organize, and supervise all elections into local councils in the state was in line with Section 197 of the 1999 Constitution. Oladimeji also said the amendment to the OSEC law was necessary now to avoid conflicts with the Supreme Court's judgment and to strengthen the local government system so people at the grassroots could enjoy the dividends of democracy, adding that during the reading of the policy thrust of the Osun State Local Government Areas Creation and Administration Amendment, Adeyemi, lawmaker representing Obakun State Constituency said Section 7, subsection 1 of the Constitution provided for the existence and running of local governments by elected officials, while Section 8 of the Constitution, however, empowered the state assemblies to ensure through an act law that local government administration exists and their financing is guaranteed. He said the Ocean Local Government Amendment Bill would, when passed into law, take care of the local government structure and compositions of executives. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has been dragged to court by legal practitioners and human rights activists Tokwe Tomekun in Akure over the governor's decision to appoint caretakers committees to manage the local government in the state instead of conducting local government elections. This coming after the chairman of the ODIEC, Dr. Joseph Aremo, has earlier declared indefinite postponement of the local government election, which had earlier scheduled to hold in July, adding that the election was postponed on the ground that no single political party complied with the guidelines of the proposed election, despite the assurance of the guidelines for the election on schedule. The suit has the state governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the Attorney General, and the Commissioner for Justice, Kayode Ojolo, as well as the ODIEC as the first, second, and third defendants, respectively, in the suit. While in the ordinating summon, the lawyer claims that the provision of Section 1, subsection 1, 2, and 3, and Section 7, subsection 7 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, and Section 1, subsection 1, the local government administration, conduct of the election, government election, and allies matter law, Caps 87, Volume 2, Laws of Ondo State 2006, were being violated by the first Defendant Act of appointing and or constituting or inaugurating transition committees to oversee the affairs of the LGS in the states. He said that Aiyedatiwa's action has deprived him of his right to vote in and have a democratically elected local government council in his local government area, and sought an order of the court to direct or to proceed to conduct local government elections in the state to put in place democratically elected local government councils to govern or administer or oversee the affairs of the local government areas of the state for the purpose of enforcing and giving effect to the orders of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court recently granted financial autonomy to the local governments in the country, declaring that it is unconstitutional for the state governors to hold funds allocated for local government administrations, adding that the state government had no power to appoint a caretaker committee and the local government council is only recognizable with the democratically elected government. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde had approved hazard allowance for personnel of the State Road Traffic Management Authority with effect from Thursday, August 1st, 2024. He disclosed this during the passing out of parade of 500 newly recruited OYRTMA officers and main and inaugurations of its marshal held at the NYSC orientation camp in Isiayin. The governor also inaugurated the head of the service, Olubomi Oni, 2 permanent secretaries, G.O. Oyedele, General Administration, and Akim Salami of Cabinet and Special Service, and 47 orders as marshals, adding that the step would enable the personnel to contribute their quota to the development of the state through diligent and dedicated service. The governor therefore charged them not to misplace their priorities or focus on enriching themselves unjustly, and also charged the new OYRTMA marshals to work effectively with absolute commitment. Federal government has approved the establishment of the Mandate Secretariat for Youth Affairs in the FCT, and with focus to have proper means of empowering youth and growing economy through training youth in skills acquisitions and scholarship schemes. The FCT Minister Yesum Wike, who disclosed this during an interactive engagement with the residents of the Bowery and Abuja Municipal Area Councils of the FCT, said it is in furtherance of the peace-building process across the FCT. Addressing the residents during the town hall engagement, which was also attended by the Area Council Chairman and head of the various security agencies in the FCT minister said he had a promise to present this request for the establishment of the mandated secretariat for the youth in the FCT, adding that the president has approved a request. FCT minister had carried out an inspection visit to construction site of the 9 kilometers Pakon Kore Ibawa area road in Gwawalada area council, where they expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work. The minister expressed confidence in the capacity of the constructors to complete the road within schedule and thanked the Gwawalada area council chairman, Honorable Abu Jibrin Giri, for his support for the contractor. Speaking of the economic benefits of the road, Wike said the road project, when completed, will improve access to the farmland and market in the rural areas, adding that it will also help to address the challenges of food insecurity in the country.
Farm produce will go to the market. I'm very happy, and the contractor has promised by December they will complete it and hand over. It's a 9-kilometer road. It's interesting because one of the roads that the President directed in the separate town that must be completed. I thank God, and I believe in the contractor's tracker that they will give up to the expectation. I thank the area council chairman of Gwagwaba for the support that is given to the contractor, because at the end of the day, it is the communities here that will directly benefit. I continue to urge them to be calm, to be patient. This government is fully prepared to turn things around.
We have said that security is one crucial matter that the President has said is one of his 9-10-point agenda of the renewed hope. When we came on board, we tried to interact with all the area councils, all the stakeholders, and requests were made. I want to tell you, we have approved the building of police stations in each of the area councils again. The second person who spoke here spoke with anger. I understand. I understand what marginalization is all about. I understand how you feel. And that is where I feel. If I'm treated the way you are treated, I will be angry. Even more angry than you. But the only good thing that you have, that you have come to express your anger, not in a way, not in a violent way, not in a way that you destroy government property, but by expressing yourself to government. Let me tell the people of Buhari, that marginalization will stop now.
And so the people of FCT say we are organized people, we are civilized, we understand the times, and also understand that this government is no more than 1 year in office. And so we have no reason to be on the street and be shouting. Because while we are on the street shouting, the only people that will hear us is the air, or the birds, or the cars that are passing. We said we prefer sitting with you to express our grievances in a more civilized manner. And that is why we are here. And I want to ask the people of FCT, if we have gotten this opportunity of sitting with minister who sent a representative to talk to us, that he came by himself to hear us, and we have opportunity to talk to him one-on-one, and opportunity that we will not have on the street. I want to ask the youth, after interacting with him, do we have any reason to be on the street?
Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested 9 individuals suspected of involvement in internet fraud. They were arrested in Uye area of Abuja following an intelligence-led operation by the Commission's Abuja Zonal Directorate. An EFCC statement posted on Tuesday via X said operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Abuja Zonal Directorate have arrested 9 suspected internet fraudsters, and several items were recovered from the suspects. The Commission further indicated it. Nasarawa State House of Assembly has passed a bill aimed at enhancing the welfare package of personnel of the Nasarawa Youth Empowerment Agency and boosting revenue generation in its second reading. The bill, sponsored by Solomon Akwashiki, representing SDP in Lafia, and was discussed during plenary section with Speaker Danaldi Jatuo announcing its progression, who also pointed out that the bill was a potential to empower youth through various skill acquisition program once it becomes law. He praised Akwashiki and other stakeholders for their constructive contributions, adding that the bill's importance will go a long way in the state's development. Akwashiki also said the bill would create job opportunities and enhance revenues for the state government. Suspected bandits in Zamfara state has shut down over 90% of the farms in 120 communities who largely depend on agriculture to survive. The state has over the years been producing large quantities of food items, both cash and food crops, which has earned it the title of food basket of the nation. However, with the emergency of the banditry, which reared its ugly head on its state in 2009 and defied all situation which further got out of control in 2012, has continued to making farming activities almost impossible in many parts of the state, more especially the rural areas where bandits have completely taken over. Some stakeholders said it is disheartening to note that more than 70% of the rural dwellers who survive on farming have been forced to flee to urban areas for fear of the bandits' attack, while those who choose to stay behind in their villages are frequently disastered as their inhabitants can no longer meet up with the assault and repeated demand of bandits and the development in the cropping farming activities to the near halt. Speaking with journalists in his office, the secretary to the Zamfara state government, Alhaji Abubakar Akwada, said Governor Duawa Lawal has assured that his administration will do everything humanly possible to ensure that farmers return to their farm during his farming season after adequate arrangements with the security agencies. Taraba State chapter of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria has urged residents of the state to reconsider the forthcoming protest in the light of the sustainable and commendable efforts of the state government, Dr. Agbo Kafas. A statement by the state's Algon chairman, Dr. Aminu Joro Hassan, passionately appealed to all youth, women and club and association within Jalingo to distance themselves from the proposed nationwide protest scheduled for August 1st, 2024. Hassan urged the people to consider the development project of current governor of the state has embarked on the disregard. They called for protest, adding that the proposed protest might undermine the ongoing effort and paint a picture of disunity at a time when solidarity and support are crucial. Borno State government says 6,900 suspected Boko Haram fighters are currently in custody to face transitional justice. The State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Zuwari Gambo, who disclosed this during the conclusion of the best practice dissemination and learning programs organized by the All-Mani Foundation of Peace and Development held in Maiduguri. The Borno State capital said a total of 200,000 Boko Harams, terrorists and their families have surrendered to the state government since the mass surrender began in 2021. According to her, nearly 9,000 people have reintegrated into society, and the scheme has achieved notable success, stressing that the transitional justice is a peace-building mechanism that seeks to address the legacies of several atrocities and recurring cycles of violence conflicts through a range of responses, including restitution, reconciliations, prosecution, and amnesty. The executive director of the Al-Main Foundation for Peace and Development, Hamastu Alamin, said the surrendered individuals regretted their involvement with Boko Haram and expressed remorse for their membership in the terrorist group, citing lack of knowledge and the ease with which insurgents brainwash them into captivity. You are watching The Transition on Atlantic Television Network. Return after this break.
Corruption not in my country.
Kasali, I hope so my car don't ready. I get interview in 30 minutes.
Guy, you don't ready. I just the last minute instruction where you give me yesterday. Now in the cause more delay.
Which instruction?
Maybe now you say make I change the meter, make you no read again.
Which time I make you change meter? Oh, Kasali, why you do like this now? Eh? You don't get sense. You don't read the text message. Nobody I want send them to. Like Kasali, my electrician, make it come house, call me do my meter so that you don't go to read again. You the electrician?
The electrician.
Yes, now.
So you call Kasali electrician, make it come help you adjust your meter, make it for no read again, Abi. So you said you want join people where be say they no want they pay NEPA bill again, Abi. Oga, you know good now. You don't use you know they behave like tea, all these stiff people.
Oh, what you change from your motor? What you change from?
Two lights. Fuel gauge. Speedometer.
For what now? You for come over home my motor. I better identify for me.
Okay. Now don't do something we corrupt. And something come backfire. Now go come they find how to dodge them.
What you talk?
They greet you.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akin Fadayi Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Welcome back. This is Transition on Atlantic Television Network, and now the rest of our stories. Ahead of the August phase planned nationwide hunger protest, the Police Service Commission has called on Nigerians to give peace a chance and support the federal government in its determined efforts to improve the living conditions of its citizenry. The Commission made this call in a statement signed by Head Press and Public Relations Ikechukwu Ani on behalf of its chairman, DIG Hazamil Agrund. Agogurungaya disclosed this to newsmen. Agogurungu speak on need for Nigerians to appreciate the efforts of the government in rebuilding the fractured government's nation and Nigerian nation and avoid the temptation of falling prey to mantras of war. The IG Agogurun also commended the decision of the IGP to ensure commanders of police tactical teams observe the principles of professionalism and adherence to the rules of law in managing public demonstrations as heartwarming and reassuring. Why the IGP's decision to withdraw officers from extra policing service was in the right direction to ensure that more men are deployed and fully prepared to provide immediate support to prevent the escalation of violence. The PSC chairman, when then enjoin police officers in the country to raise to the occasion and defend the nation's fragile democracy, adding that the Commission will always reward hard work and commitment to national security. And that's the size of the package. Thanks for joining us. I am Immaculata Irikana. You can join us in all our media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable
So no agreement with the EU, but
every day our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought very firmly.
Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.